Welcome back. This is Read Zero stuff. Links in the description if you need to catch up. Let's continue. We are starting in on Amelia's first trial, and this is going to be a little bit different than what the first trials have been so far. Normally, the trial takes place over the course of like a day at most, but this is going to span multiple days. Technically, Garfield's trial may have covered multiple days. I'm not really sure when the landslide happened or when he saw it whenever he took the trial the first time. But this time he got the point after one event, so we didn't see any extra days or areas whenever he took the trial this last time. So it's not crazy to see multiple days covered in the first trial. We just haven't seen it yet. Also, technically, Subaru's second trial spanned multiple days, but that one is just weird in multiple ways. We're going to cover a lot of Amelia's backstory, and I have decided that it's just going to take several videos because I'm slow. Sorry. The ice crystal cracks, and Amelia falls to the ground. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why are you crying? Because I left you alone. Because I couldn't find you all this time. So this is interesting. We know that Echidna knows Puck. She actually created Puck according to the web novel. And she was alive 400 years ago. Amelia has only been frozen for the last 100 years. So what the fuck has Puck been doing this whole time? The timeline doesn't really match up for his absence. I'm sure there's a good explanation for it, but we haven't gotten one in the story yet, so I guess I'm just going to wait until if and when we get more info on it. This scene is obviously from when she first woke up, like 7 years ago. So the trial is working its way back through her memories, and this is just the first stop that it made. But we need to get further back in time, back before she started hibernating. Awfully bold of you to stroll in here after that disgraceful display before. Even I'm surprised. You loose woman who kisses up to the first man to comfort you when you're sobbing in despair. Yeah, Echidna really doesn't like Amelia. She might fuck with people a little bit while they're taking the trial, but she actually hates Amelia. At least that's the way she wants to come off. I swear I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Only when it comes to Echidna. There's just something, every time she comes up in the story and does something, it always feels like there's more there that she's not letting on. More of something that she's trying to hide. And I swear it makes me sound crazy every time I talk about her. Well, why don't you say something, witch's daughter? I'm putting this here because this is a topic that I want to discuss later. After we've gotten a little bit more info. Amelia mimics Subaru, pointing up to the sky as she speaks. My name is simply Amelia. I am the frozen witch, born in Elior Forest. I won't give in to the malice of a fellow witch. I'm quite an insufferable woman, after all. Fuck. Even I gotta admit it's kind of cute that she copies Subaru whenever she wants to appear confident. Especially when Subaru's supposed confident is just him copying his dad. The two of them are in Elior Forest. This is back before it was frozen, back when Amelia and the elves lived there. Alright, I'm gonna go to the map here real quick. Here's the outline. Well, this is the border of Lagunica, I guess probably be a better way to state this. Here's Lagunica down here. Here is the capital. I keep pointing out where the capital is pretty much every time that I look at the map, as kind of like a reference point, in case you were wondering why I keep doing that. Hopefully it helps you get your bearings if you need it, because I do want to like zoom in a little more on the map. I think the past few times I've kind of had it zoomed out, but I'm gonna try to zoom in a little more on these. I'm gonna try my best to point out where the capital is. So if you're looking at the map, you can always kind of know where that is. So there's the capital. There's Roswell's mansion and Arlem. Here's Sanctuary. I don't remember if I actually pointed that out before, so you can kind of tell how close that is. That is. And here is Elior Forest. So it's pretty close to Sanctuary, actually, just kind of over these mountains here. Do you remember the pathetic struggle you endured the last time you attempted the trial? I was so helpless. I can't even argue with that mean description of it. Even now, I'm still not prepared. So it would be no surprise if you failed again? Creating a line of defense before you even start is awfully defeatist. No, it's not that. I'm going to prepare myself right now. Already so much improvement for Amelia. So they make their way to the village, specifically to a giant tree that's been hollowed out on the inside and a room built into it. Like fucking Winnie the Pooh. There was something you desperately wanted to keep locked up inside it. This is the princess room. I was sent here to play often when I was little. She's not locked in here permanently. She's not like a prisoner or anything. Just sometimes. And we'll see why here soon. They walk through the door to find a very young Amelia and the woman she calls her mother, Fortuna. Amelia, I need to take care of something important. So stay in the room and be good, all right? Something important. Again? You have my brother's silver hair, but your kind features come from your mother. Everyone in my family has mean eyes. I like your eyes, Mother Fortuna. This is important to a larger discussion that I want to talk about, but I'm trying to wait until we get more info. So Fortuna is actually Amelia's aunt. She's Amelia's dad's younger sister. Fortuna is a full elf, and Amelia is a half elf, which means that either her parents are, well, her dad is a full elf and her mom's human, or it could be that both of her parents are half elves, and then Fortuna and her brother are just like half siblings. I don't think it's been confirmed within the story, but I do think it has been confirmed on Twitter. So Amelia's dad is full elf and her mom is full human. And if that's true, then that means that Sotella can't be Amelia's mom because Sotella is a half elf herself. So what does Echidna mean when she calls Amelia the witch's daughter? That is what I want to discuss. Again, later, because I need to do more research on that. Not having her mom and dad there never bothered Amelia. In fact, she was excited to learn that she has two moms. So that was never an issue for Amelia. There's a quirk of Fortuna's that apparently Amelia has also picked up on. According to the light novel, whenever they say the word really, they put more emphasis on it. Like when they're really excited, except they use it that way all the time. It's so in the web novel. So light novel, it would be really excited, and in the web novel, it would be so excited. Basically, just putting a lot of emphasis on those words. You get what I mean. I've noticed in the novels that Amelia has been doing this for a while, but if I'm being honest, I really didn't think it was. Fuck, now I'm doing it. I didn't think it was much of anything, so I've kind of just been ignoring it. But apparently, this is just something that Amelia has picked up from Fortuna. And I know that she's been doing it for a while, at least in the novels. I'm not sure exactly when it started, but I'm pretty sure it's been going on for a while. So it's interesting that some of the little things that she picked up from her mom are still there, even when she doesn't remember her mom at all. And I have no idea if this is something that the anime has been doing. I will admit this is something that slipped right by me, so I missed it. I'm so bored. And mother always tells me lying and keeping secrets are wrong, right? I wish I could go outside. A small light squeezes through a crack in the wall and floats over to Amelia. A fairy? This is the first time that she is seeing a spirit. So she hasn't had any of that explained to her yet. And I know it's explained in the novels. I think it's explained in the anime a few loops back. But fairies are seen as evil in this world. But Amelia apparently read some book that had the fairies as good creatures, so that's why she went with fairies in this instance. We don't get any details on what book that was or where it came from. I honestly doubt it's going to be important in any way, shape, or form, but it's just fun little details. In the web novel, it is multiple spirits. And in fact, Amelia's connection to the spirits is a lot stronger in this version. The whole forest is full of spirits. They're the ones actually keeping the weather the same pretty much year round. And Amelia can use these spirits to sense that the elves are meeting with some people in the middle of the village. This increased sense is going to end up coming back up here in a minute. The spirit floats back through the crack. Amelia runs over and discovers a rock can be moved, creating an opening that leads outside. Mother Fortuna and everyone else keep secrets from me, so we're even. We're already starting to get hints as to what's going to end up happening. Little baby Amelia is told not to keep secrets, but her mom does, so she will too. Because Amelia thinks that it's okay to keep secrets, she is going to keep doing so, and that is going to eventually somehow lead to being frozen. And that is going to hard imprint on her the need for honesty. Okay, let's go over the web novel for a second. All of the memories in this video happen before the trial, back when Subaru was looking for her. She runs away, she hides in the graveyard, and her memories start to come back. So she sees the princess room and this next location all on her own. No trial, no echidna. I'll point out when the web novel trial actually starts, but it won't be in this video. Amelia sneaks around until she gets to town and sees the elves getting supplies from people in black robes. It is what you think it is. There are about 50 elves and 20 cult members, according to the light novel. 40 elves, according to the web novel. In the anime, she just kind of peeks around a tree, but in the novels, she climbs up the tree and hides out on one of the limbs. Apparently, she is really good at climbing trees, something the town is not a huge fan of, but they allow it. You've all done so much for us, and we've put you through so much trouble. Well, that goes for both of us. Juice. This is young. Wait, he's not that young. This is pre-crazy Beetlejuice. There's no reason to go into that aspect of it because we're going to get all that info during the trial. What I want to talk about right now is his name. I've gone through a few different versions of his name. And I'm going to have to go back to my childhood in order to explain all of this. So there's this ginormous star. And when I was little, I was told that it was pronounced Beetlejuice, like the movie. When I got older, I heard from some random scientist, at least I think they were, I'm not super sure, but I heard them call it Beetlegeese. And that is what I ended up calling him in ReZero. That's what I called Sloth when I first read it, because that is what I thought it was pronounced, just going by reading and not actually listening. And now that we're on ReZero, there in the web novel there seems to be a consensus-ish that the name starts with a P instead of a B. In fairness, I think it started off as a P in the web novel, and then it changed to a B in the English light novel. I don't know. Either way, I'm sticking with the B. In the last arc, Sloth calls himself Betelgeuse, which is what I've tried to mimic. However, here, Fortuna calls him Juice, making me think it should be something closer to Beetlejuice. So I don't fucking know anymore. Call him whatever you want. I know I ask this every time we meet, but Is the seal intact? Don't worry, nothing has changed. If the worst were to happen, I could never face my brother and sister. You mean your brother and his wife? It's alright, I know, but I must never forget the weight of the responsibility I carry. Isn't that the same for you? I have nothing else, after all. I'm only clinging to things that might as well be delusions. The cult brings them supplies because the elves are stuck there, and the elves are protecting the seal, which seems to be something very important, but we don't know what it is just yet. Going back to the spirits, it's explained in the web novel that Amelia is able to hear their conversation because the spirits are helping her out. I have mixed feelings on this. On one hand, it would explain how she's able to hear without being super close, because they're not talking very loud. They don't want everybody to hear the conversation. Not that they're talking about anything super important, but they're just trying not to be super loud. And if Amelia was closer to them, then she would be caught. On the other hand, it's weird to me that the spirits are doing all of this to help her when they don't have a contract with her. But I guess Puck has helped Subaru even when there wasn't a contract between them either. So honestly, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a problem for me, I guess. The web novel is the only version to bring any of this up, but I would guess that this is how it works for the other versions too. I'm just not completely sure. Also, I have no idea what the whole sister wife comment was about. That's probably not the best word choice. It seems weird in the sub, but I do think it's less weird in the other versions. Like in the web novel, he says that it was regrettable what happened to them, implying that it was something bad. But Fortuna says that her brother was okay with everything, or at the very least, that he accepted whatever it is they were doing. The point is, I think that whole statement was supposed to be hinting at what happened to Amelia's parents, and the sub just doesn't do a good job of it. The web novel is also more ominous about what the cult is doing. I'm actually just going to quote a little bit about what is said, but there is more. I'm just not going to go over all of it. Should the world learn the true purposes of our deeds, I suspect that stable society would again submerge into a sea of chaos. Neither you nor I, nor most importantly she, would desire that. So it sounds like they're up to some shady shit. And Fortuna knows enough about what's going on that she's not really surprised by this statement. The she in that statement is probably one of the witches. It's not very clear which witch they're talking about. I think that it's Satella. That seems to be the most likely person they're talking about. But again, it's not clear, so I very well could be wrong. Fortuna, all the items have been transferred. Thank you, Archie. Archie is just one of the other elves that's in town. But he is named, so that instantly makes him more important than all the other ones. According to the light novel, Archie is the second youngest elf there, with Amelia being the youngest. According to the web novel, though, there are other children there, and Amelia is just treated differently than the others. I'm kind of glad that detail got dropped. It's not a huge change, and it really wouldn't matter either way. But I feel like Amelia would have had more questions on why she was treated so different if there were other kids that were in town. Archie isn't here during this part in the web novel. I mean, he is there, but he doesn't talk to Fortuna. He's just in the background with all the other elves. He was introduced earlier, like before Amelia escaped the princess room, and then that was it. It looks like Fortuna is the one that is leading the elves. Or at the very least, she's a representative for the elves for stuff like this. And Juice is the one leading the cult. Or this group of cult members would probably be better to to be more accurate. He's a bishop at this point in the story, so he's already high up in the cult. And actually, he's an archbishop in the web novel. I don't know if these were supposed to be the same position or if Topei just decided to give him a demotion right before the big events that we're going to see for the flashbacks. But I don't know. He's high up. I guess that's all that really matters. Oh, yes. One last thing. Is Amelia in good health? Don't worry. Amelia is growing into a very good, very healthy girl. But I'm sorry. I can't let her meet you. It's alright. As long as Amelia grows up healthy, that's enough. A sinner such as myself could never dare to ask for more. Even if no one else will say it, we are grateful to you. I really mean that. Your words alone would surely carry me through 100 years of turmoil. This was about 100 years ago. Wait, was this line on purpose? I need to go and free a little princess who must be very bored. Oh, yeah, Amelia has just been sitting here listening to all of this. This is the first time that she has seen the cult. And with everything that she's heard, she's a little worried that she can't just make an excuse and try to say that she's sorry and and everything will just go away fine. Because before she thought that she could sneak out and if she was caught, she can just, you know, play up being a kid and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But now that she's listened to their conversation, she doesn't think she's going to get off easy. So she runs back to the tree and climbs back in. The little spirit that's with her heals the little cuts and bruises that she got from crawling around. I mean, it's spirits multiple in the web novel, but the result is the same. Amelia is fine, but her clothes are still dirty and tore up from crawling around, and Fortuna is about to open the door. So Amelia decides to just dump ink all over herself as a disguise. It's Amelia lying in order to cover up for the fact that she disobeyed. You know, typical kid shit. Mother? Oh, it's nothing. I just missed you so, so much. Hey, Amelia. I love you. Amelia is mixing memories. This probably didn't happen on the same day, at least according to the anime and the light novel. Since this isn't happening during the trial, I don't think the memories are mixed in the web novel. My guess is the hugging was in the web novel, and Topei just didn't feel like it fit very well. So he explained it away by saying that it was memories mixing together. It seemed like it would work either way, in my opinion, but I don't know, who cares? I'm surprised. I thought you'd have some stinging comments to make about Mother and me. Even if that's what you thought, I wouldn't recommend coming out and saying so. My opinion of you is already low enough, and you're making it plummet further. Oh, don't worry. I won't tell anyone else about this. For better or worse, his influence on you has grown increasingly strong. Subaru, in case that wasn't obvious. Are you ready to face your past now? No, not yet. There are still important memories I'm missing. We're just getting started. This is literally day one for the trial. I guess it could be considered day two if you want to count her waking up from the ice as day one. Next time, we'll get another day in the life of baby Amelia, and we'll learn more about the seal. See ya.